What is up, my tater tots? Mosh Potatoes here, and today I want to talk about the current state of Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, and being blinded by nostalgia when it comes to Call of Duty 4. So to start off, let's talk about what Call of Duty is currently, and that is bad. I'm going to go back to Call of Duty Ghosts because that's kind of where it started, at least for me. The last good Call of Duty I enjoyed was Black Ops 2, and to me that is the best one multiplayer-wise. There's nothing wrong with that game, and I do not know why people complain about it. The weapons are all balanced. There's not one weapon in any of those categories that overpowers the other ones. There's favorites, like the AN-94 is a big popular assault rifle, but I prefer to use the M27. I can do just as well with that gun. SMGs, a lot of people use the MSMC. I use the Peacekeeper. That was my favorite. Weapons were balanced. Maps were pretty good for the most part. The perks and how they had them set up were great. Only annoying thing, in my opinion, was shock charges, but I mean, I ran tactical masks, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. Anyways, back to Ghosts. So, to me, Call of Duty Ghosts is what kind of started the decline, and just from the first match I played, I knew it wasn't a good game. I was raging in the very first match I played. I forgot what map it was, but it was one of those big maps that, just sucked. So my first impression wasn't good anyways. I tried to enjoy the game, but I just couldn't. The maps were not good. The kill streaks or score streaks, whatever, I think could have been redone and looked at. It just kind of felt like a rushed game. So now we go to Advanced Warfare, and things got a little bit worse, in my opinion. It all kind of started with the movement system. Now Black Ops 3 movement system is much, much better. Advanced Warfare's, not at all. The dashing is a problem, and when you do the double jump, how fast you go up in the air, that's the problem. Like in Black Ops 3, you gradually go higher for the second jump, which is how it should be. So you had the movement system, and then you had supply drops, which is a big controversy in the Call of Duty franchise. And with the supply drops, they added a ton of more weapons and variants of those weapons. And to me, the problem with that is when you add so many new weapons and different stats on them, it makes it really hard to balance the game. To me, those variants should have been nothing but cosmetic only. They just look different, but they all act the same, but they had different stats. So to me, that's a problem. I didn't play a whole lot of Advanced Warfare, so let's go on to Black Ops 3. Like I said previously, Black Ops 3 movement system, perfect. I don't mind that movement system. I know a lot of people don't like it. I don't mind it. The problem with Black Ops 3, specialists and supply drops. Let me start with specialists. No one is talking about how specialists are a different version of death streaks, because that's exactly what they are. They're catering to the players that aren't as good. Every specialist has a one-shot kill weapon, and their ability is basically a death streak from previous Call of Duty games. So one, every single person in the game, for the most part, uses the weapon version of a specialist, so almost everyone in the match has a one-shot kill weapon, and you get it multiple times per game. That's not fun. So let's break down the specialist death streak comparison a little bit more. Let's look at Painkiller. When you died so many times and you respawned, you would have extra health for a period of time. Is that not what kinetic armor is? It's giving you more armor or health for a period of time? Now all the specialist abilities and stuff, they're like dumbed down versions of death streaks, but they're still the same idea. And like I said, you get them multiple times per game. So Painkiller, kinetic armor. Dead Man's Hand is basically gravity spikes. Last Stand is basically rejack. Remember when everyone hated Last Stand? I do. And all of a sudden there's a specialist with it and no one cares? I don't get it. And then we had Martyrdom Death Streak. That's basically like the Hive in a way. Juiced, you would move faster. Is that not the Overdrive? Specialists are death streaks. They're catering to the worst players, and I don't understand why people accept this. From the beta, I remember tweeting out, specialists are extremely stupid, and they should not be in the game at all. If you took out specialists and supply drops, or made supply drops better, which I'll get to in a second, Black Ops 3 would be a great game. It's a good game, but it would be a great game. So now let me get to the supply drops. I don't mind supply drops if they're done correctly, and how you do them correctly is you don't put weapons in them. That's it. Just put camos, your specialist armor, and that's basically it. Calling cards, whatever, decals for your emblems, that stuff's fine. Don't put weapons in them. And I think we can all agree on that. Because I bought the season pass for Black Ops 3 thinking not only am I going to get maps, but I'm going to get weapons with it, because in the previous Call of Duties, they gave you weapons with the DLC. So I figured they would continue that. Well, I was wrong. So what they should do is either release the weapons separately and you can just buy them, like, I don't know, $2 for a weapon, or include them in the DLC like they should be, like other games do it. Battlefield, I don't know. Battlefield has battle packs. There's no weapons in those, except for knives, but all the knives act the same. Again, it's just like cosmetic stuff and attachments for weapons. That's how it should be done. And all these YouTubers act like they have no influence on it, but they do, because I read a Reddit article of some guy that like knows inside stuff, and I'm pretty sure he knows what he's talking about, because that article came out before the MP40 was released in Black Ops 3, or the HG40, whatever they renamed it to, and he said that that gun was coming to the game, and it did. And he said that Activision looks at what YouTubers do, and that YouTubers really do influence their decisions. So if YouTubers keep promoting this stuff, it's going to keep happening. Now onto the whole thing with supply drops and gambling. It's not technically gambling because you're still receiving something. If you were to spend money, expect an outcome, and then get nothing, then it's gambling. But you're still receiving 3 things whether you want them or not. It's really no different than buying a pack of Pokemon cards. You might not get what you want, like I said, but you're still receiving a product. Therefore, it's not gambling. But it's pretty close, and it's still negatively influencing the young viewers that watch Call of Duty videos on YouTube. And lastly, with Black Ops 3, I want to talk about the maps and the movement system. So, to me, Treyarch has made some really good maps over the years, but in Black Ops 3, the maps are very forgettable. I don't think they did a very good job, and part of it is because of the movement system. I feel like they just went and designed the maps, like they're 3-lane maps, because that's what they do, and basically kicked the movement system to the curb, when what they should have done was design maps around the movement system, and I think that would have worked out a lot better. And you can tell they didn't design maps around the movement system, because just look at it. I mean, some maps just have a random metal thing off to the side that you can wall run on. That would never be there in real life. And I know Call of Duty's not meant to be realistic, but still, it's just weird. Like, especially on Redwood, it's like trees and then this random metal platform off to the side. And look at Splash, the DLC map. Where do you use the movement system on that map? There's one wall to use it on, and it's out of bounds, and most people don't even know it's there. They really dropped the ball, and they should have designed maps around the movement system, not be so focused on their 3 lanes, because they just don't work together. A perfect map would be Favela from Modern Warfare 2. I think that map would work really well with this type of movement system, just because there's multiple levels, there's rooftops, and I just think it would be great. And from what I've heard with Infinite Warfare, I guess we'll switch topics now to Infinite Warfare. From what I've heard, Infinity Ward is designing maps to accommodate for the movement system, so that's good. I read that Infinite Warfare was being developed when Ghost launched, and I don't believe that one bit. I'm pretty sure Ghost 2 was the next intended game, because if you beat the Ghost 1 story, it ended with a cliffhanger. And if they weren't planning on continuing that series, why would they do that? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm pretty sure Ghost 2 was the plan. Activision and Infinity Ward saw the negative feedback and that people didn't like Ghost, so they're like, whatever you're making right now, you need to just drop it and make something new. I don't really have much to say about Infinite Warfare other than the hate it's getting is completely unnecessary, especially on the trailer. I'm guessing most people are just disliking it. That was cool. Just because it's futuristic, which again I think is a stupid reason. Also, I think a lot of the dislikes are just coming from people who want to see how high they can get the dislikes, which is also stupid. And there's just too many people judging this game before we even see actual gameplay, which I don't agree with. And an example of this would be the Batman vs Superman movie. People saw the trailer, saw Ben Affleck as Batman. They're like, oh, well, this is gonna suck. Ben Affleck can't be Batman, blah, blah, blah. Movie comes out. Oh, Ben Affleck as Batman was the best thing about the movie. I hope he does it more. So first they hate him, now they love him. Another example, Suicide Squad. Trailer comes out. Oh, the Joker looks so stupid, blah, blah, blah. And then the movie's gonna come out and people are gonna be like, oh, the Joker's so cool. We need more of this. This is why you don't judge things until you receive the final product. And for that reason, I hope Infinite Warfare is awesome, and all the people hating on it right now and disliking it look like a bunch of idiots, and then they're still going to buy the game because their friends are going to buy it, and they'll just be like, oh, well, I guess it's okay, and then they're secretly going to play it all night long because they love it, and they just can't admit that they were wrong. I know how Call of Duty players think. And lastly, about Infinite Warfare, I personally don't care if it's futuristic. I don't care if I'm holding guns that technically don't exist in real life because they're made up and I'm on a spaceship, or if I'm holding guns from World War II and I'm sitting here in trenches in a forest. It doesn't matter to me. If a game is good, it's good. If it's fun, it's fun. And that's the bottom line. Can Infinity Ward make a good game? Sure they can. Are they going to? I don't know. But I'm not going to sit here and hate the game before I've even seen it or played it, because we're probably going to get a beta announcement at E3. So once you get your hands on the game, then we can judge. Is it okay to be skeptical about this game? Of course it is. Especially if you didn't like the last few Call of Duties. It's absolutely okay. But to flat out just straight away judge the game and say it sucks, you shouldn't do that. And last but certainly not least, the Call of Duty 4 Remaster. I'm going to tell you guys why so many people are blinded by nostalgia and they're not realizing the flaws that this game has and will continue to have when it's released again. It all comes down to the perks. See, so many people, when they played it back in the day, they had fun, they had good memories with friends. That's all they're remembering. They don't remember the bad things. They're being blinded by the good memories, which is fine, but a lot of people are getting hyped up, and I'm telling you, you're probably going to be mad when you play the new Call of Duty 4, because these flaws are going to get exposed more than ever because of how the community has changed. Let's go over the perks in the perk 1 category. You have special grenades times 3. That means you can throw 3 flashbangs or 3 stun grenades. That's annoying, especially in domination. I'm just going to say it right now, you're not playing domination in the new remaster. It's just not happening. You're not going to have fun. So that's if one person has special grenades times 3. Maybe 3 people on the other team have it. You just got hit with 9 flashbangs at the B flag. Is that fun? Nope. Let's go down to the second one. 2 RPGs. That could get a little annoying. And the last perk in the perk 1 category that sucks. Frags times 3. Same thing as special grenades times 3. But now you have 3 frag grenades. So the same idea applies to this one. One person throwing 3 frags at you is annoying. Maybe 3 or 4 on the other team are doing it. Especially in domination when you're trying to get the B flag. It's no bueno. It's not good. Let's go to perk 2, stopping power, juggernaut. Most people who played Call of Duty 4 in the past used one of those 2 perks in that category. I don't expect that to change. I use stopping power all the time, so that's that. Do I think they should be removed and replaced? Probably. The only other problem in that category is sonic boom. That is your danger close of Modern Warfare 2. Makes explosives hit a little bit harder. So you pair that up with frag time 3 or RPGs, and you're in for a bad time. Now down to the perk 3 category, last stand, which a lot of people found annoying, and it still is, and martyrdom. Those are the 2 problems in that category. Martyrdom, you poop out a grenade and it blows up. So if you haven't seen where I'm going with here yet, you put on frag times 3, sonic boom, and martyrdom, and it's bad. Like, that combo will be abused, and it's gonna ruin the game, because that's where the community is right now. We have people that will do that. Back in the day, no one ran that combo. Oh, and there are noob tubes too, so put a noob tube and sonic boom and you're back to Modern Warfare 2. I'm making a big deal about all of this because this game doesn't have flak jacket. So if you see that grenade icon next to you, or an RPG, noob tube, or C4 headed right for you, you're taking all of that damage. You have nothing to defend yourself with in this game when it comes to explosives. So that's why this is a problem. People aren't realizing that these problems existed, and like I said, blinded by nostalgia. You remember the good things, but you're not remembering the bad things about the game. And Activision released a statement saying everything was going to stay the same about this game. So while I'm recording this video, I'm under assumption that the perks remain the same. They said maps, kill streaks, guns, and so forth. I don't know. I'm obviously still buying it. I know what I'm getting when I buy the game, unlike Infinite Warfare. I've played a ton of Call of Duty 4 in my time, so basically the way I look at it, the money I spend on Infinite Warfare and COD 4 Remaster bundle, it's all going to the remaster. That's what I'm paying for, and I'm getting Infinite Warfare for free. That way, if it's not good, I don't feel as bad, because I know I'm going to still enjoy Call of Duty 4. I'm just not playing Domination. I'm also seeing that Activision is saying that they're not going to release the Modern Warfare Remaster separately, and I don't believe them at all. I believe they will. It'll just happen a few months after Infinite Warfare's release. The reason they're saying that is because they want people to pre-order it, get the more expensive version of Infinite Warfare, and boost the sales of the game. They did this with previous games. I'm pretty sure with the Nuketown and Black Ops 3, you had to pre-order it. Oh, that's the only way you can get it. A few months later, they release it for everyone. I think Black Ops 2, the Nuketown Zombies. Oh, you have to get the hardened version or whatever. That's the only way you can get it. A few months later, they release it, and you can buy it for like $5. They'll release it. You just have to wait a few months. It would be so stupid for them not to release it. I mean, that's just another opportunity to make money. And a lot of people better play the Modern Warfare Remaster because that's the only way we can send a message to Activision saying that this is what we want. We want more games that are like the older ones and not like the newer ones. Because we can talk, but they're not going to listen. You have to actually show them. So if the player base on Infinite Warfare is down and it's really up on Modern Warfare, they're going to notice that. And they're like, okay, this is what people really want. So play Modern Warfare Remaster. It's going to have its flaws, but it's still a good game overall. And Infinite Warfare could be good too. I don't know. I haven't played it. I'm going to though, because I'm going to get the beta. Assuming that's what the big announcement is at E3. Anyways, I'm finally done talking. Let's hope Infinite Warfare is good, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.